The game before the game. For the World Cup in Brazil, there was focus in the media on the game before the game, the pre-match rituals of some of the world's top football players. Some of the rituals are quite normal things. For example, Neymar Jr. always speaks to his dad before each match. But some players have pre-match rituals that seem to be pure superstitions.
In the 1998 World Cup, the French team had a strange habit. The defender, Laurent Blanc, kissed the goalkeeper's head at the start of every match. Sometimes other players joined in. But that wasn't the only superstition that the team had. Every time the team got on the coach to go to a match, all the players always sat in exactly the same places. And in the changing room, just before the match, they always listened to the same song, I Will Survive. Irrational? Yes. But France did win the World Cup that year. Maybe it helped that 1998 was the year when France hosted the World Cup. Perhaps the greatest footballer of all time was the Brazilian, Edson Arantes do Nascimento, the player that is better known as Pelé. Pelé is the player who has the world record for scoring most goals in his career, an amazing 1,283 in 1,363 matches. After one great match, he gave away his favourite shirt to a fan. But then he started playing badly. He stopped scoring and started losing matches. Why? Pelé could think of only one reason. He needed the lucky shirt which he had given away. He told a friend to find the fan and bring back the shirt. A week later, the friend gave Pelé his shirt and he started to score again. Pelé's friend thought it was better not to tell Pelé that he had never found where the fan lived and that the shirt was a completely different one. There are players whose superstitions almost stop them from playing. Kolo Touré from Ivory Coast always has to be the last player to go out onto the pitch. In an important Champions League match, one of Touré's teammates was late. Touré refused to go onto the pitch and play until his teammate appeared. And, for some strange reason, Spanish goalkeeper Pepe Reina has to fill his car with petrol on his way to each match. He does this even when the tank is already almost full, and there are lots of other cars in front of him. The night before a match, he always eats the same cheese sandwich too. His other superstitions include always touching the pitch, both goalposts and the crossbar after warming up at the start of each match. So, when does a routine become a silly superstition, and why? Always eating the same food before a match is probably quite sensible. If you know that the food doesn't cause you any stomach problems, why change? But some routines are less logical. The Scottish women's player, Kim Little, always puts her left sock and boot on before her right, every match. This type of routine is irrational, but psychologists believe that following a lucky routine can make a player feel good, relaxed and in control. And not following the routine can have the opposite effect. So, maybe the game before the game is important after all.